I look very pointedly at Harmon and good half man. Perhaps try to keep your spells in your back pocket and not out in the open. We do not wish to spook these villagers with undue uh, magical events.
Speaking of which, Waldorf, um, I'm pretty sure Harmon is better at speaking to people.
I'm,
So,
I am just a simple monk. I am not a
right.
I am not a speaker to. I speak to men's hearts and minds, not to their. I don't know.
Brains.
Yes, there
As a
you go.
bard, I'm sure his performance, persuasion, and
Oh,
pretty much everything else are well better than either of ours.
That is fair. If I do agree. If you wish to do negotiation, if he wishes to negotiate, um, he is the right man to do the job.
Okay. Harmon would like to walk into the tavern and speak to the barkeep.
As you enter the bar or inn, or tavern, I guess, you notice that there seems to be two elves working inside. There doesn't seem to be many patrons, but for the few that there seems to be laughing, joking. Um, you notice some drows, furbolgs, um, and you in the corner you notice there seems to be a halfling dressed in whites and pigs playing a lyre. Very happy-go-lucky tunes. And behind the counter, there is, of course, the barkeep and innkeep being two elves.
Hello, sir, or madam. Can I get your names?
Uh, the feminine-looking one kind of nods over to you and goes, "Well, absolutely, of course. My name's Naya, and this is my husband, Gallither. What can we do for you?"
We are a few travelers, um, who wish to negotiate some trade for supplies, but want to know what is the local currency in this village?
Well, the currency kind of depends on what you're looking for and who you're asking it from.
I
Normally
see.
here in the inn, we're happy to make any trade that is beneficial to the traveler and that is also beneficial to us. However, you might find more people who are more interested in materials or food or anything among those lines. There's no set currency here.
Gotcha. So who runs the apothecary?
What's an apothecary? Out of
Medicine
character.
shop? Medicine
It's a
shop?
pharmacy. It's an old-fashioned pharmacy.
Well, we don't quite have one of those, as those are quite rare, but we do have the church and a pretty good cleric there.
Okay. Who's running the church?
That would be Malmus.
Melmus. Okay. Do you have a Do you have someone here that's like a farmer of sorts, who can
Well,
trade in foods?
hmm. Well, that depends more on what kind of food you're looking for. If you're looking for the more not organic kind, or I guess more rabbit food, you'd be probably speaking to the triplets, Kadash, Kariz, and Fulimara. Or if you're looking for more meat, you're probably looking for Jorzim, Volbis, um, or Auros and Orion. Um,
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other I what about an archer? Do you have an archer or a fletcher?
we absolutely do. That would be Naria.
If
I'm just gonna send the paper. I'll be right back. I'm just
Okay.
gonna do that.
Well, it's instead of standing here and just asking all these names, do you have a list of all the employment in the area so that we can like look at a menu and see what we're actually looking
A
for?
menu?
Are you going to eat them?
Okay.
It was at this point that we realized that Jay was actually a cannibal.
I apologize for the chicken scratch. There's the list of names. She kind of goes, well, absolutely. She kind of takes out a quill and some parchment, writes down a bunch of names and trades.
Because we are travelers of very little means, is there perhaps anybody in town that you know would, perhaps for some simple food and board for a couple of days, require some help that we may assist them with?
The innkeep looks at you and raises an eyebrow. It's just like, well, we have food and rest here as we are a tavern.
But we are of simple means, and we do not have much to trade for such fine establishment as yourself. I mean, we would just be happy with just a simple roof over our heads, and a simple light repast would be more than enough for myself. Anyways, I cannot speak for my companions, but being a humble monk, I do not require much in the way of uh, opulence.
Does he ever stop talking?
Eventually, when I run out of words.
I respectfully got the point within the first. You don't need anything fancy. We're not fancy here. You might get a bed and there's a public community washroom. But well, depends what you want to trade. If you'd like, we can probably find you something to do to pay us back, or if you have anything on you immediately you'd like to trade, we'd be happy to
I
give you a meal.
believe our my friend Peter here was looking for some food, and I turned to Peter and asked, Peter, what kind of food are you looking for?
Oh, something that'll keep well.
Oh, meats and breads then?
Travel rations.
Travel ration.
We can definitely help you out there. How about this? We will give you a room and some food if you run around and grab us some of our materials we need from the local farms and merchants. Just some simple materials.
Ah, quest. I will assist him.
That
in
is,
his-
it's
in
more
his
like
local
being an
quest.
errand boy, but you're welcome to call it a quest if it makes you feel special.
Next, you could expect them to want us to take care of the rats in the cellar, right?
We don't really have a rat problem, but considering you're just saying we were quite a fine establishment, that was quite the 360 you made there, sir.
That was an aside out of character, but
Didn't specify.
You didn't say that first. Canon now.
but I said it in a way that kind of implied that. But in any case, no. We would be more than happy to.
Ignore that. I'm having issues with typing. I'm gonna
No.
get the list.
Eggs.
Eggs.
This is now the shopping list. And Harmon's already going, yes, eggs would go well with these people. Hey.
Well, if you provide me a list of things that you require, I will certainly go retrieve them for you.
Absolutely. How about you guys? How about we give you guys a room and you guys can get yourself set up while we get this list written for you.
Sounds good. Show us the way.
Sounds good.
You notice she kind of raises her hand and gestures the male elf over, and just kind of looks and goes, "Maybe show these guys to a room. Will you guys be sharing or getting different rooms?"
I think we should be able to share a room. We do have a fourth companion that will be joining us sometime shortly,
You hope.
but we do not know when.
All right.
Hey, I want to
most-
send a message to.
You're welcome to do that. I can check it out afterwards.
I don't have a channel for Harmon
You
to.
do.
Oh, I do have a channel. Morden. Yeah, Harmon Morden. Okay.
All right. You guys she kind of looks at you and goes, "We have rooms with 2 beds. Are you sure you don't want 2 rooms, or you still want a chair? No judgment, but I didn't."
If you have room for us to have 2 rooms to take up 2 of your rooms, I just did not wish to use too much of your space in case you had other visitors that might need them.
We wouldn't have offered if we didn't have them. It's first come, first serve. All right.
Fair enough.
All right. She kind of leads you guys up to your 2 rooms. You guys can figure out who's rooming with who. Or in this case, who gets their own room and who's having to share rooms. And with that, we will switch over to Morden, if that's okay.
Nope,
Yeah.
more than enough.
Wait, it's not okay, or it is okay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. I heard the no, but I didn't hear it, and I heard like muffled after that. I'm like, what'd I do? Hey. Moving on to Morden. I'm assuming you want to mine?
Mine the rock.
Alright. And along with that, you also, as you're mining, you get a message on your communicator.
Sorry,
I'm
I
too
just
busy
pictured Star
mining.
Trek.
Rock is way more important.
Just don't care. Alright, roll 30 20s and add the plus
Oh, come on.
2.
37.
Again?
Different
1,
numbers this
2,
time, but
3. So if I get 3 cobblestone, 2 iron, you get 27 cobblestone and 3 more iron as well. And you also lose another torch. And there's some more iron on the way mining down if you'd like to mine that.
some more iron.
Yeah, on the
Yes,
on the
yes,
sign.
please.
Okay. And with that you get 2 iron, and you also get 1, 2, 3 more iron. And that you get pinged on your communicator. Do you wish to respond or ignore it?
I might look at it while I'm resting between mining sessions.
All right. And I'll also get this feeling that you are 32 blocks on above from the bottom of the world.
I love the weight of the world upon my shoulders.
You're not really any weight on your shoulders. You're actually in a decently stable cave.
Well, yes, but it's an expression.
Okay. You can lie to yourself. I'm sorry, that was like really mean. I apologize.
It's fine.
Don't think it was mean enough, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Okay, but like Wolf is like borderline racist, so I don't know if he's the kind of guy I want to
Well.
be taking ethics lessons. Anyway.
Slander.
Alright. And with that, we are back with the crew. You guys kind of get your you get set up in your rooms, figure out who's sleeping with who. Then who kind of gets their own room, and then you guys kind of head back downstairs and you're given your list.
Thank you, kind purveyors. Purveyors, not purveyors. There's a better word to use. But we shall endeavor to collect these items post haste.
All right. And she kind of waves you off. If you guys need any help, let my daughter sew. Small elf girl. She should be able to give you a hand, her or her friends.
It looks like we should be able to collect most of these from the farmer and the fishermen. Unless the fishermen are fishmen. No, they're half elves.
So the way this village works is the farm is separate from the fishermen, and and then along with the eggs are separate from farmers. And the eggs are separate, cows are separate, and the pigs are separate. And same with sheep. You're not looking for any.
Perhaps if we split these up between the fish, the vegetables, and the meats, would that sound acceptable to everyone?
Sure. Let's see. I guess so.
Any preferences which either of you would like to go for?
I'll go after the carrots and potatoes.
Excellent. Good,
Okay.
Peter.
I'll go after the fish, salmon and cod.
And then I will collect the eggs, beef, and pork. I do believe there was some beets in there as well. Good
I'll
Harman.
take the beets. Has anybody claimed the wheat yet?
Well, the wheat was back at there was a farmer.
Wheat, carrots, potatoes, and beets you all kind of saw in the same place at the farm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take care of the vegetables then.
Okay. Then I will gather the eggs. Oh wait, did you say the eggs were part of the wheat farm? No.
No, eggs, and all the different kinds of meat are separate from each other. So there are multiple buildings for those.
Okay. The butcher wouldn't have all of the meat then.
There's different butchers.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're not the same butcher then. They're both gnomes, so
Yeah, no, they work in different areas.
okay.